and welcome back to another video. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be doing the Marble Championships for February 2026. So, of course, like usual, we have our 4 challengers on the board right here that are all going to go up against our current world champion, which is Sunny Yellow. And of course, he did win the world title in Marble Race Tournament 12 when he defeated Blood Red, and he has held the world title ever since. But the question is, will he keep his world title and walk into Elimination Tournament 7 as world champion, or will one of these 4 challengers dethrone him? That's what we're gonna find out right here. So of course, for those who haven't been watching my channel recently, the Marble Championships format has been changed effective with the start of this chapter, since, well, you know, we are in chapter 4 now. So of course, I'll just go over a brief explanation of what the rule set is like. So basically, these 4 marbles will be competing in a best of 3 match, meaning the first to score 3 points will walk into the finals and will go up against Sunny Yellow, while the other 3 will have to fight for 3rd place. And of course, the 3rd place rounds and the finals still have the same rule settings, so just so you know. Yes, I do apologize for that line flow, but you know, whatever. So of course, there's nothing for me to go over since most of you guys know how these videos work. So of course, I will show you the 3 tracks that are going to be using for this one. Yes, we are using 3 tracks. So for the first part of this video, yeah, sorry for that line flip right there, but so for the best of 3 matchup, well, whatever you want to call it, this is the track that we're going to be using, which is the same one that we've used for, you know, the past few races. And for the 3rd place round, we're going to be using that track over there, which is the same one we've used in the Valentine's Day themed race. And of course, for the finals, we'll be using the Hubelino set down there. So yeah. So anyways, before we start, let me just go over the 4 challengers competing in this episode. So we have Leaf Green, Cat's Eye Blue, Space Black, and Fire. So those are your 4 challengers that are gonna be going against our world champion. So now, without further ado, let's get this one going. All right, let's begin. Alright, our 4 challengers are right now in the first funnel. Ooh, Leaf Green is going to make it out first. Makes his way through the 180 and into the second funnel. It seems like he is still holding on into a pretty good lead. Well, not really, because he is being challenged by Space Black and Fire. And now we're in the 3rd funnel, which is a flat one right here. And Leaf Green is going to make it out first. And we will make our way through the split path and into the double dual funnel setup. My favorite part of this entire track right here. So as you see in this first set, we have Fire and Space Black on the top funnel, while Leaf Green and Cat's Eye Blue take the bottom path. Now we make our way to this set over here, the plain funnels. And of course, Leaf Green is going to make his way into the double entrance funnel first. Alright, Leaf Green's already in the Imaginarium set. He could have this point, unless if he DNFs. And it looks like Leaf Green will have this first point. We're now at 1 to 0 to 0 to 0. Let's see what happens right here. Fire's going to take the lead into the second funnel, followed by Cat's Eye Blue and Space Black. And now Leaf Green this time is in last place, but he still has a long way to catch up. So yeah, there are plenty of opportunities for him to catch up, as well as opportunities for these marbles to pass each other. Now we are in the dual funnels right now. Or more specifically, the mega dual funnels. Ooh! Nice move by Leaf Green, and therefore, he's going to take back the lead into the plane funnels over here, which don't provide much intensity. But since it's a dual funnel setup, the intensification is pretty high. However, the Leaf Green is still in the lead again. So yeah, it looks like he could already be scoring his second point. Unless if he DNFs. And it looks like already Leaf Green will score his second point. So therefore, he is one more point away from being the #1 contender of the month. While Leaf Green already has 2 points, the rest still have none. But we'll see what happens here. As we are in the first funnel. And Fire is going to take the lead into funnel number 2. Very intense right here, but it looks like Fire is going to take the lead. Alright, we're now into this set of funnels over here. Ooh, that was close. Try to focus over here. Leaf Green's gonna once again take the lead. Ooh, this is close. And it looks like Cat's Eye Blue scores a point. Current score right now is 2-1 to 0-0. We'll see what happens right here. Ooh, very close. Space Black's gonna make his way into the second funnel first. Now it looks like Space Black is going to make his way in first into the third funnel. Oh, looks like we have 2 DNFs. I don't know what happened with Leaf Green, but it seems like... Oh, never mind. Leaf Green managed to free himself on time, but... not going to be enough for him to catch up. It looks like we have another DNF, and that's Cat's Eye Blue. Seems like he got stuck on that red C piece up there. So now all the attention is just focused on these 3 over here. And looks like Fire will be scoring a point. So it seems like every marble now has a point except for Space Black. We'll see what happens here. Will Cat's Eye Blue score? Will Space Black finally score a point? We'll have to wait and see. For now, it looks like Leaf Green is taking the lead once again. See, Leaf Green might have this one unless he DNFs. And it looks like Leaf Green will be the #1 contender for this month's Marble Championships. So, congratulations to you, Leaf Green. It looks like you will be going up against Sunny L in the finals. While, of course, for the rest, they will have to compete for the bronze. But as for you, Leaf Green, congratulations. You have earned your spot. You have earned yourself a spot in the finals. Now, of course, before we do get to the finals, we have to determine who will walk out with the bronze for this month's Marble Championships. So for the ones who are competing for 3rd place, we have Space Black, Cat's Eye Blue, and Fire. And yes, for the 3rd place round, we will be using the smaller track right here. So yeah. So who do you think will walk out with the bronze for this month's Marble Championships? Again, will it be Space Black, Cat's Eye Blue, or Fire? Let's find out right now. Alright, down the first funnel. Ooh, let's see who's going to get out of this one first. Very close. And it's going to be Cat's Eye Blue. Now we're in the 2nd funnel. Very, very intense right here. And Space Black is going to be taking the lead into the 3rd funnel. But of course, anything can happen right here, especially because this is a flat funnel. Ooh, it seems like it's a tight competition between Space Black and Cat's Eye Blue right now. But of course, it's not over yet. And looks like Cat's Eye Blue will make his way through the 180. And the split path, in which the 180 is notorious for being horribly designed. Ooh, very close. Space Black is going to make his way into the final funnel first. And unfortunately for Cat's Eye Blue, he got stuck. So it looks like sworn 3rd place is going to be Space Black. 4th will be Fire. And unfortunately for you, Cat's Eye Blue, since you did get stuck on the final funnel, you will be scoring last place for this one. Even though I did free you, but yeah, unfortunately, you will be scoring last for this month's Marble Championships. So therefore, you might have to come back in the next one or to make that up. But as for you, Space Black, congratulations, you have scored the bronze, while of course, 4th will be Fire. Congratulations to you, Space Black, you will officially be scoring 3rd place. While 4th, like I said, will be Fire, and 5th is going to be Cat's Eye Blue because he did get stuck on the final funnel. So therefore, I will have him compete in the next Marble Championships for a redemption attempt, which isn't going to be until like probably around May, so he will have to wait 2 months for that, but yeah, big oops to him. But anyways, we have now arrived at the main event, as Sunny Yellow is going to be defending his world title against Leaf Green. So who do you think will walk out as world champion and walk into Elimination Tournament 7 as world champion? Will it be Sunny Yellow or Leaf Green? We'll have to find out right now. And of course, for this one, we will be using the Ouroboros set for a change. Oh yeah, I do apologize that my finger got in the camera, but whatever. So instead of using the Imaginarium set, we will be using the Hubalino set, especially because the Imaginarium set is incorporated with the main track, but yeah. So anyways, y'all know how the rules work, so let's just get this one going right now. First funnel, Leaf Green's gonna make his way into the second funnel, but is closely being followed by Sunny Yellow. Let's see what happens here. And Leaf Green will be scoring his first point. Alright, now we're at 0-1. Can the world champion catch up? And of course, these funnels are notorious for having some intense lead changes. Ooh, but Sunny Yellow is going to make his way into the final funnel first. Can Leaf Green catch up, however? No, Sunny Yellow will be scoring his first point. Alright, seems like we're tied with 1-1. But we'll see what happens right here. Very, very intense. This is close. And it looks like the world champion will score his second point. Alright, if Sunny Yellow scores one more point, he instantly retains his world title and will walk into Elimination Tournament 7 as world champion. But can Leaf Green catch up? Let's find out. This is very close. If Leaf Green scores a point, we'll go into sudden death. And it looks like Sunny Yellow will be retaining his world title. That was a pretty close one right there, but Sunny Yellow will keep his world title and he will walk into Elimination Tournament 7 as world champion. Congratulations, Sunny Yellow, you have made your second ever successful world title defense. And yeah, I do apologize for that, but yeah. Sorry, Leaf Green, you did fight pretty hard, but it looks like Sunny Yellow will be the winner for this one. So therefore, like I said, Sunny Yellow will be walking into Elimination Tournament as world champion, and he will hold his world title once again. Boy, oh boy, that was definitely an intense one for sure. But like I said, Sunny Yellow will be walking out as world champion, and therefore, he will walk into Elimination Tournament 7 as world champion. While Leaf Green did fight pretty hard, but Sunny Yellow is going to be still keeping his world title. But the question is, will he keep his world title in Elimination Tournament 7? Or will whoever that marble wins in that tournament will dethrone him? Well, that's what we're going to have to find out and see. But for now, Sunny Yellow is still going to be your world champion up until March, or he will defend his world title against 10 other marbles. Well, pretty much only one of them. But yeah. So now let's just go over the final results. So first is Sunny Yellow, who is still gonna be your world champion. Second is Leaf Green. Third is gonna be Space Black. Fourth, Fire, and unfortunately, dead last is gonna be Cat's Eye Blues, especially because he did get stuck on the final funnel during the third place round. So therefore, like I said, he will have to come back in next month's Marble. Actually, no, not next month. He will have to return in the Marble Championships for May, because next month we'll have Elimination Tournament 7, and April we'll have the 7th semi-annual Marble Team-Up Racing. So therefore, Cat's Eye Blue is going to have to wait for 2 months until he can get a redemption attempt. So yeah, pretty unfortunate for him right there, but you know, it is what it is. But anyways, that's going to be about it for this month's Marble Championships. So now we're just going to end it right here. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Subscribe to that notification bell enabled, and feel free to follow all my socials down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now, and have a good day.